Cherishing children and building faith-filled families has always been a high value at Christ Church. We feel passionate about creating a church family that fosters authentic fellowship and biblical teaching that inspires our smallest infants to our high school students and beyond. 2 years ago, as a part of Take Root, we challenged our children and students through the story of Abraham and Sarah to begin to expand their giving. We have been blown away by their generous hearts. Our elementary-aged kids spent months collecting their change to buy pencils for the children in the Mathari Valley slum. In fact, they raised so much money that we were able to give $1,000 to each of the 2 schools we support in Kenya, Africa.
Making the decision to give my money was kind of easy. My parents have taught me not to keep all of it for myself, give some to other people, and give back to God first.
In the past 2 years, middle schoolers raised $24,000 to support Bridge Communities through our Sleep Out Saturday program and $35,000 in partnership with World Vision to support refugee and famine relief efforts. And our high school students brought in money to purchase new toys and supplies for the children at our multi-site branch, Christ Church Downers Grove.
My 7th grade year at Camp Cal, we were beginning to pray, and they were like, just reflect and think about stuff, and I just heard God talk to me in that moment and tell me that I should give away some money, but I didn't know what yet. After I got home, I was like sleeping in my bed. My first night when I got back, God just like popped that idea back in my mind.
He said, Mom, I know what I want to do with my money. And so I said, all right, what do you want to do? And he said, I want to give it to the homeless shelter and the church that served these people.
Generosity in the hearts of our younger disciples has not stopped. Our middle school and high school students are now focusing their generosity on purchasing new chairs for the schools we support in Kenya. These are just some of the ways our children and students are learning about God and the joy of giving for the sake of others.
I had the idea that I wanted to go to Africa on a mission trip, and I love working with children, and when I found out that was one of the main focuses, then I was all in. God has really taught me to be grateful for the little things that I have, because I think about those kids who are struggling, who don't have food, don't have those small things that I take for granted.
In the past 2 years, we raised the bar on our commitment to supporting children and families. We blocked out Wednesday evenings for programming for middle school and high schoolers. Not only are we seeing increased numbers, but also significant impact on their lives. My new position as family pastor was created to unify ministries to better support and elevate families of faith. I want you to know that your generosity is making a difference in the lives of our youngest disciples and their families. Our number one Take Root goal has been to root our lives more deeply in Christ for the sake of others. In so many ways, our children, students, and families are living that out.
To see our kids participate actively and with joy in the children's ministry has been incredibly cool.
What I'm most looking forward to about the future of Christ Church is seeing all these children that I work with in Sunday school and my own children just take root and grow in their faith.
I see all these young families at Christ Church, and I see them with their kids, and I think, boy, if all those kids can go through this church and have the experience that our kids did, we would just be rising up a nation of Christ followers that would make a difference in our country.
Our lives are going to change as a result of this, which means it's going to touch our kids, which means it's going to touch all those generations to come. Like, we are shaping families of the future because we choose to be generous now and to stretch ourselves and what that even means, and to even go further to maybe what we think we can.
If you have not been a part of the Take Root journey, I want to invite you to get involved and take a step forward in your own discipleship and generous giving. And for those already on the journey, I'm praying for your encouragement and perseverance. So let's do this. Let's go before God and truly take root. Together, let's finish this strong.